So the other thing that somebody said about the idea of not just dismissing people who believe things you think aren't true as stupid, but to attempt to understand why they think that way, was how do you apply that when somebody believes something really obviously, to you at least, completely crackers? And they gave an example, and I'm not going to say what it was because I don't want this to turn into a debate about the validity of that belief. But first of all, not being stupid doesn't mean you're not ignorant. And being ignorant doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you're missing a piece of information. You were never educated, you never found out some important little key point that makes everything else make sense. So the poor nature of education in recent years has something to do with it. Then of course there's these kind of apps where you can get someone can just make a video and sound very confident and very authoritative about something completely insane. And the other thing, and this is something I saw somebody else say, another more proper YouTuber I like to follow, is that when people are existing in survival mode, they cling to explanations that make sense to them in the moment. And as I'm sure I've made a video about it before, and it's because I've been saying it for a while, that the way you get conspiracy theories is when people who are struggling and suffering in this bonkers civilization which we've trapped ourselves in go looking for the causes of the problems of the civilization we live in without starting by examining and questioning the assumptions on which this civilization is based. So, and of course, the people who control our civilization are keeping people in that survival mode. Everyone is struggling, everyone is suffering, everyone is like living on the edge of ruin from day to day. And so people like that in that situation are really easy to manipulate. It's really easy to persuade people that the fault lies with those people over there, whoever they might be, and that we can blame them for all of our problems rather than finding out where the blame actually belongs. And especially in a civilization where it's very hard to adequately regulate your own nervous system because of the systems in which we live, those kind of knee-jerk, emotional, reactive beliefs become very common, and they're very useful to our rulers.